So, how are you anyway? You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. And you too?
How's things been over there during this difficult time?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think we are getting better and better, but it has been a really hard time, and I think it's the same for you.
Yeah.
Are you still closed down?
Um. Well, I live in Wales, so we are slightly behind England, and they're very in my country. They're very taking things slowly.
Yeah.
They don't want to rush it, so it's um it's getting there, but I think we'll be going back into lockdown soon because England are
You think
they
so? Yeah.
causing a lot of problems with everyone just piling into one area all the time.
Yeah. I we have to see here because we had we had pretty high numbers of people who was ill and even death. So
Yeah,
it was even compared with the countries around us like Norway and Denmark and Finland. So but now it's really on the right way and it's really low numbers.
yeah,
But still, we are not allowed to meet in bigger groups or anything. And as a musician, you are not allowed to have any concerts or things
yeah,
like that. And I don't know when they think that when we can think it starts again. It's kind of a hard
yeah.
time.
They in the UK they like opening pubs so
Yeah,
people could go and have a drink.
yeah,
But what a lot of people are saying over here is you're allowing pubs with people going in.
yeah,
Well, why can't you do the same thing with live music?
yeah,
Because and then just bring restrictions in. But the government, they don't really care. They only care about what money they can make.
yeah. We have the number of 50 here in Sweden. Is it something similar with you? You can have a group with 50 people, but you cannot be close to each other. You have to like have
Uh,
1 meter between or something, but you can be up to 50, but not more than that.
uh, well, funny enough, they opened up the beaches and
Okay.
uh, and in one location there was 500,000 people on the beach,
Oh,
and nobody cared.
okay.
Nobody cared. So they think there's going to be a lot of repercussions because of that.
Yeah. But have you been okay?
Yeah,
Are you
yeah,
flat?
yeah. I've been looking after my parents. I have doing their shopping and stuff like that. So I've been
The
keeping
same.
myself.
I have the list from my father. So after this conversation, I will go and shop for them too.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
So let's talk about start with Jerusalem.
Yeah.
You joined in 1981, I believe.
Yeah, actually 1980, but close, yeah.
Close. How did that come about?
When I joined them,
Yeah,
well, at that time, Jerusalem had been going on for 5 years, and there was another bass player, and I didn't know him, and I didn't know the drummer, and he decided that he would do something else. So they asked me to just join them to go out for a short tour,
yeah,
just a few concerts, and yeah, hang out and see what happens. And I just liked that, and I helped out with whatever. But to make a long story short, it turned out that at that time it had been a misunderstanding. So the bass player didn't show up when the bus was going for the gigs. and I was coming and just prepared to help out with some roadie work. and then they asked me, and they said, "Don't you play bass guitar?" Well, I do. Yeah, okay, we have to learn you the songs in the bus, because we had a 6-hour drive. So me and Ulf, the singer, we were sitting in the tour bus and practicing songs. And when we arrived to the concert place, it was kind of late and outdoor. People were sitting there waiting, and I just had to help to put up the gear and then go on stage and play. That was my first concert. That was 1980. And then after that, I joined them a couple of weeks later. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant! That sounds like a hell of a journey. Scared as well.
But I actually, I think it was good because it was so hectic. So I didn't had the time to get as nervous as I normally should be, because it was going like this. So it turned out pretty okay, I hope.
I used to be in the band, and we were playing this one venue, and they were asking for more. They were calling out for more and all that. And the singer went, "I'm not doing any more. That's it." So my mate started playing Metallica, Enter Sandman.
Yeah.
And I had never even learned it. I was like, oh my God. So I was just hitting because I was on bass. I was just hitting anything, just trying to make it sound like the actual album. But I was so nervous after that.
But is bass your instrument also? Bass guitar, or what do you play?
It was, yeah. I grew up being a massive Gene Simmons fan, and I wanted to be Gene Simmons. So I always wanted to play bass. My parents went out and bought me a guitar, and I was like, oh, I want to play bass. I want to be Gene Simmons.
I don't know what happened with me, but just when I was a young kid, I could borrow an acoustic guitar from my grandmother, and I just had this bass guitar in me. So I cut off the 2 thinner strings, and then I had 4 strings, and that was my first bass guitar.
But you say that, I had an acoustic guitar, and I wanted to play bass, so I took out 2 of the pegs, so I only had 4 pegs.
Yeah.
And I got rid of the 2 small strings and just had the 4.
Yeah.
Exactly the same. So I got a beautiful acoustic guitar just to play bass.
Yeah.
So what made you want to become a bass player? And what was your influences on joining a band? Was this something you always wanted to do, or was it something you stumbled into?
No, I had I had this. I just wanted to play bass guitar, and when I think about it now, I don't know actually why was it just bass guitar, but I was focused on that. So when I was 12 years old, I bought my first bass guitar, electric bass guitar, and a small Hagström amp, and the bass guitar was called Egmont. It was a cheap one, but for me it was like the most beautiful thing I ever seen. And out of that I started to play, and I have some my cousins, we were playing and putting together a band. My brother was playing, so it was a lot of music around, and I always liked the thing of being in a band. I think what happens when you play together is so much more than what you can do by yourself normally.
Yeah.
So from the beginning it was different bands, and like influences, the first was Deep Purple for me, that really turned out to catch me. And out of that it was also Rainbow, and then Whitesnake and those bands.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have you heard Neil Murray from Whitesnake? He was on the early records. He
No.
was. I liked him very much. He was. I think he played on maybe the 3-4 first Whitesnake albums, and he was a really good bass. I mean, they are all good, but he made an impact on me. And of course, Roger Glover and Glenn Hughes and stuff. So that was the first influences I had. Yes.
Yeah. Are you endorsed now with a Pacific bass company, or do you just go out and choose which ones you like?
Right now, I used to have PV back in when we were touring much in the States and things. So I have a couple of PV Dyna basses, and I had their amplifiers and things. But now, that was a while ago. Today I play on Aguilar. I have their amp and cabs. And then I have Lakeland bass today, but it's not an endorsement. It's just from the Swedish dealer. I had a very good deal. So I have two of those because I like them so much.
Yeah.
Have you played Lakeland sometime? Lakeland bass?
I have. And what I liked, I was always a fan of BC Rich.
Yeah.
And because our music was like Slayer and all that, my very first bass was a BC Rich Beast.
Yeah, okay.
And it was massive. I had to play it like that.
Okay.
And there was another company which my second bass was a Jackson.
Yeah.
A Kelly bass. And then there was a company which came out. I've tried to see if I could get the same bass since, because I all my basses were stolen from my property. That's why I lost. But I don't know if you've heard of them. There was a company called Maverick. They did guitars and basses, and at the time it cost me £600. But when I played it, even my mate was like, "Oh my God!" It was like a really dirty sound to it.
Yeah.
And, it was beautiful, absolutely fantastic to play.
Yeah.
The fretboard was so you could slide up and down it and all that. And going from a BC Rich Beast to the Maverick was, oh my God, going from silver to platinum.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm not sure if they're a Swedish company, but one of
you have EBS when you come to pedals and stuff. We have EBS and amps, and then you have a lot of people building basses, like small companies.
Yeah.
And then back in the days, you had Hagström. Have you heard about them?
I was going to say, is there Hagström? They do guitars.
Huh?
And they a big guitar maker, ain't they?
Yeah, yeah, big
guitar.
guitar.
I was actually going to say, one of my favorite guitars, visually, which I've seen of late, is an Hagström. It's they've got the shape like a Firebird.
Yeah.
And it's gorgeous, absolutely stunning. I say
they had financial problems some years ago, so they actually stopped the producing. But nowadays they have taken on. They are starting it again, so they produce some instruments again. So I was actually looking out for someone. I have not bought anyone, but they have some interesting basses also now.
Yeah, definitely. And the thing is, there's so many, like in the UK, we've got a lot of guitar and amplifier companies which are giving out their own guitars, like Gear for Music. And it's a cheaper end bass, but they look nice. I don't know how they play, but you can alter that really by the pickups and things like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of companies like that now in the UK. So let's talk about your solo career.
Yeah.
That's something which you've wanted to do for a long time. Have you always thought, right, I want to release my own solo album, or is this something which has come up of late?
I think it has grown from I have when you stand playing and you come up with ideas and you save them and then you work on them and finally you think, okay, I have a couple of songs that I would like to do something with. And like with Jerusalem, normally our singer Ulf Kristiansson, he was doing the songs on many of the albums, but on two of the albums we made everything together. Like, we went into the studio and we played, we jammed, we worked together from the start to the end, and that was a really nice procedure. But then I have had my own ideas and they have grown, and 2 years ago I decided that okay, I will go and record it, and then it has grown and I have connected with people that I know and respect and like, and they have joined me in a very nice way and put their flavors on it. And I'm just happy and thankful for that. So the project has worked on slowly, and some of the songs has coming during the period when we have been working. I have written some of the songs. And now I'm just happy to get it out, but I think that all of us would like to go out and play also, and then it will be like a band feeling, because I would like to play with the guys who actually is playing on the record.
Yeah.
So
are you singing on the record, or have you got guest singers?
No, I'm singing the lead vocals on all the songs.
Yeah.
And then on some of the songs, I have one of my friends doing co-lead, and then I have background people singing the choirs, and I do it myself also. But for the first time, I do the lead vocals by myself. I have not done that before. Like in Jerusalem, it was always backing vocals and stuff. Yeah. But and to be honest, it has been a little out of my comfort zone with that one. But sometimes you have to do it.
Is it on the same sort of lines as Jerusalem? Is it like a Christian rock sort of sound, or is it like individual songs which have been placed onto an album?
Well, I mean, with the music, you try to dig inside you and you play what you have inside you. And I really try to do the same with the lyrics. That, like in my case, everything starts with the music, and many times it starts with me playing the bass guitar, and I got my ideas, and then I put the melody and some fake words, and then out of that I work, and the song grows, and at the end I sit down and really try to feel what will I write to this, and I just try to be honest to myself and write what I feel, and because I have my belief and my faith, and so many times it's a reflection from that. Yes.
Yeah.
And the songs is have you got the CD yet, or have you heard the songs, or?
I haven't heard them yet.
No.
I had difficulties with my highlights.
Yeah.
So it's all been rectified now.
Ah.
So I one of the things which I've been doing this last week is going over stuff to do with Jerusalem, listening to the music and all that, trying to get myself a feeling of of the music you might be creating. But I
Anyway,
will listen into it.
I can ask the people on the record company to send you a link or something. Would you like that? So you got the songs?
More than likely, I will have the link.
Yeah.
I haven't checked, like I say, because my Hilux was playing up. But I will be checking out when I go back, and then I'd be. If you can send me a link, that'd be brilliant.
Yeah, and but I think that the style will be familiar with the Jerusalem style. With I like when it's a lot of energy, and then you have a couple of slow songs also, but it's a lot of energy and a lot of drums and bass working together because I'm the bass player.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with the mixing also. I worked with a friend of mine, Tobias Lindell. He used to produce Europe and Moustache and other bands.
Yeah.
And we have been friends for a while. So he has his studio down in Phuket in Thailand now. He used to be in Sweden, but I was down there and mixing it with him, and I'm very, very happy with the result, because as a bass player, sometimes you don't hear a thing, and sometimes people can get it at the right place in the mix.
Yeah.
And he really did that.
With what you're saying there about studios and all that being down in Thailand, I was in Bahrain working, and the amount of Asian musicians which were playing in Bahrain, going around playing different clubs and things like that, I was shocked with how good they were.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, you'd see the bass player, his fingers were everywhere and all that. And I was thinking, God, it's so fast and so good.
Yeah.
And I don't think about other countries
No.
and musicians, especially like in Asia, like Thailand and Japan and all that.
But I agree totally with you. And I have been around also there. And one of my favorite guitar players, he lives in Burma, in Myanmar, and is in a band called Iron Cross there. And he's one of the most fantastic guitar players I've heard. So I was just stunned the first time we played a festival together.
Yeah.
And so and as you say, you find so good musicians at so many different places, and it's so nice to see.
Yeah, it is a shocking, because like I was talking to my mate the other week. I said, oh, what was that band which was around in the 80s and all that? And he went, and I told him the style and all that. He said, oh, Wow Wow. And I was like, yeah, that's it. And I thought, right, I need to listen to this now, because obviously the 80s is a long time ago. And I put it on, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And I sent a request into Planet Rock.
Yeah.
And the DJ, he put it on, and he went, oh my God. He said that this is a blast from the past, and he'd forgotten how good the band was. And it's so surprising how good these musicians are. But you think about America, Europe, Britain, and you forget about all these other places.
Yeah, but then I have been around in Asia the last 10, 12 years. And when I first come and played festivals in India, I was surprised because the PA company, they had just been out with Deep Purple, and the next time we come there, they had been with Mr. Big. So kind of nice to hear that there are some bands touring, and that was like 10 years ago. Now, last year when we were in India, U2 come for the first time and played in Mumbai. So it's a lot of happenings there also. But then, of course, like you say, that's when we from the West come there. But when you listen to what they bring, they are so good. Yeah.
Yeah. Funny enough, I was today. I've been catching up on album reviews, and I was listening to one by an artist called Ego,
Yeah.
and I put it on, and I was like, oh my God, there was you had styles of Arabic, death metal, techno. It was just all on this one album, and I was like, oh my God, it's like a compilation.
Yeah, it's great.
But finally, I'll let you go in a minute so you can go and get your parents' food.
And you too.
Yeah. What plans have you got touring wise? Will you be doing a tour as a solo project? And what plans have Jerusalem got in the future?
Well, if we talk about Jerusalem, I will record some songs for a new album. I'm waiting right now for them to be ready so I can record. I think it will be in July, August.
Yeah.
And the record will be released later this year, hopefully. And then with XT, the other band, one of the other bands I play, we will go into the studio at the end of this year. That's the plan. And I just hope that Corona will allow us to do it. But anyway, we live in the same country, so we could manage it, I think.
Yeah.
And that's the plan. But then with the other band, Rune Edvardsson and Red Band, where I play, we have a problem because we are 3 people living in Sweden and 2 in Norway, and we are not allowed to meet. So we recorded a few songs earlier, but we were actually planning to finish it now during the summer, but I don't know what will happen with that one. We have to wait because Norway don't like Swedes to come to Norway, so we are a little of a paria there.
Yeah.
But otherwise, we were planning to go to Asia, to Vietnam, and also to Myanmar in October, November. But now I don't think that will happen. We have to wait as everybody else, and hopefully, I mean, I'm ready to go, but we have to be allowed to go. So, and that's the same with XT. We were planning some concerts, but right now we just have to wait. Like everybody else. But if I see to this project, with Peter Carlsson's Rise, we met actually in June and recorded 3 different videos. So we will release them in the first video will be released 7th of August when the album is released, and the second will be 21st of August, and then slower songs the 4th of September, just to keep the momentum in the beginning. But then we were planning to meet to rehearse for coming concerts so that we can be prepared when it open up. And hopefully people would like to hear us, but we would like to go out and play. And I'm as a person, I have been playing for a long time, but I just love to go out and play. And for me, it doesn't matter if it's a concert with many people or if it's a small club. I just enjoy so much to be with my friends and be with the audience who become friends. So that is the plans. We can play small places, we can play big, but it should be wonderful to go out and do it because I feel it's a lot of energy when we meet and play. And I would like that to come through.
Oh, brilliant. Well, I do hope that you get over to the UK time in 2021 so we can meet up and have a drink. And
I would love that.
It'd be brilliant. So I do hope you come to the UK.
Yeah, thank you so much, and I would love to meet you and, like you say, go out and have a drink and talk, and also like Bass Brothers.
Yeah. We bring our parents.
But I suppose I have your mail address, or
Yeah,
yes.
when I come off here now, I'll send you my email
Yes,
on Skype, and so you'll have my email then.
that's good, because then I can see that you have a link, and I can also send you a CD, so you have an actual CD.
Oh.
But we do what's fastest for you. But I also send you a CD coming with the normal air.
Thank you so much. Thank you. But it's been brilliant talking to you, and good luck with the album, and hope to see you soon.
Yeah, thank you for doing this. I appreciate it. God
Brilliant.
bless.
All right,
Bye-bye.
thank you. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.